We're joined by Rob, who's another YouTuber. There'll be a link in the description below for Rubenstein, is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah, that's right, that's it, Rubenstein.
Right, okay, so, we got beat the day and we're going to start Shelby. We'll have to go there.
Yeah, it's just massively disappointing, really, because I think first half, fair enough, they had more possession, but we held our own pretty well. Yeah. And I think the fact that he's done that...
Has he cost with the game?
Possibly, yeah. I mean, there was a massively noticeable difference between the first half and the second half, and then the difference was he wasn't on the pitch. So if he was on, would we have won? Would we have held 0-0? Maybe.
Let me ask you this question then. Was he even on the pitch first half?
To be fair, I don't know.
He was a ghost, wasn't he? He was a passenger. Yeah. But it's frustrating, especially them two injuries right in the first 10 minutes, which... We've got to shuffle the pack, and I think Mbemba coming on fine, but Clark went left back. It's frustrating, but you're playing against top quality opposition here, aren't you?
I know. Well, I was saying before the game, they came second last season. We've just got promoted, so we always knew it was going to be a hard game. Yeah. And like you said, the thing obviously we had decent backups to come on in defence, but it meant we lost 2 subs in the second half. So when we went down to 10 men and then we'd use up the last sub, we couldn't bring fresh legs on as well. So
which you would have thought Chuck Mitrovic on,
Yeah. Well, basically just one thing went wrong after the other, and then they scored 2 goals, and it just went downhill.
It was frustrating. I think we battled really well, though. I think the battling was really there. It was promising. I mean, we're not going to be playing Spurs and Arsenal, Man United every week. We're Huddersfield next week, so it's a different kind of kettle of fish, which you expect Newcastle to have a lot more of the ball. I think Newcastle fans, from what we've gathered, we've interviewed a few, they're not so much upset about the defeat, it's more the Shelby, why has he done that, but we're knocking on the head. Was anybody who stood out for you for Newcastle?
Merino, when he came on, looked pretty decent, to be fair.
Yeah, he was great, wasn't he?
I'd like to see him get a bit of game time against Huddersfield, so that'd be good. And the thing is, Huddersfield obviously won yesterday. They're going to be high on confidence, so we're going to have to turn it around, and it's going to be a tough game, but we need to try and get something next weekend, I think.
Do you think Dembele bossed it?
Fairness to Sharky said before the game, Dembele is one that people haven't really picked up on. Obviously Kane, Ali, so on, and he did run the show today, so Eriksen was very good as well.
I think Hayden did all right in the first half. He was holding his own, but Shelby was a passenger. But we'll move on to obviously Huddersfield next week, and hopefully we get a striker through the door. But you got your hopes on Hosselu?
I don't really know what I think at the minute. The thing is with Gale, I think he has got it, but if he gets injured or he's not on form, and then the second option is Mitro, has he got it? Is he on form? Like we're messing around a bit. We just need someone to come in and score some goals.
Any names?
Oh, anyone. I don't know.
So if I brought in Hosselu, you'd be happy? Because I wouldn't, personally.
No, maybe not. It's everything that's going on with how much money we've got and so on. It's really hard to say,
Yeah. Plus you've got all the Mike Ashley carry on over this weekend, and the interview's already been out fully on Sky 7 o'clock earlier on tonight, because it's before 7, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But going on to Huddersfield next week, that's got to be a result there, hadn't it? Already this season?
I mean, like I say, they won yesterday. They're going to be high on confidence. We probably looking like Shelby won't be on the pitch.
Nah, he won't be.
And we need to go there and just a win would be fantastic. We need to at least have a performance out. The
last thing you want is another defeat, don't you? And then we're like, oh dear.
That's the thing. Spurs today was never going to be an easy game. If we'd even got a point, or if we did get the win, that carried confidence on to next week. Everyone's going to be a bit down. We've got potentially 2 defenders who won't be there. Shelby's not going to be there. We're going to have to try and go there and really get something.
We need a signing, don't we?
And a signing would be much appreciated as well.
Champion. Right, Rob, where can people find you?
My channel's on YouTube, Rubenstein. Look me up, and thanks for having me.
No problem. Thanks for coming on, Rob.
Yeah.